Hello everyone, my name is Niondil, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a vine farm in Minecraft 1.13. A vine farm that looks an awful lot like this. Which I have also just now realized looks like a abandoned, like, Indiana Jones style temple, but that's not the point, it's a vine farm. So the other day I was looking for instructions on how to make a simple vine farm because I needed to get a bunch of vines to make mossy cobblestone and whatnot for a build I was doing, and everything that I found was severely overcomplicating it. So I decided to take inspiration from one of the structures that I saw and liked and just make it way less complicated and way less expensive too. This is a very cheap redstone build and it is pretty easy to get done as well. So let's hop right into it. And before we get started, I'll even show you that it works. All you gotta do is hop in this water stream here, hold down your attack key. Every vine that is grown within your reach, you will immediately harvest. And once we get down to this side right here, it will switch the water stream and push us back. So you can sit here and do this while you're AFK, and it'll just continuously be harvesting vines. And we can come around to the chest here at the back and see that it is actually working. So for this build, you're going to need an area that is 11 blocks by 14 blocks, and we're going to be mining down 1 block into it, so you can't be doing it at like bedrock level. You're also going to need some various building materials and some simple redstone components. Now, for this vine farm, I made it out of stone bricks and cracked stone bricks. You do not have to do that. That was just for simple showcase purposes. For this example over here, I'm going to be building it out of iron blocks. You do not, of course, have to make it out of iron blocks. That would be very expensive, but it's just because they have a very nice defined edge. So I'm gonna, yeah, we'll do that. So I'm going to show you 2 things about this build. The first one is how to make the base variant of it, and then there's a little addition you can make that's very important and helpful if you choose to do it. I also just realized that it looks like I'm standing in the Animus, so there's that. For this build, you're going to need 2 dispensers, 16 redstone dust, 3 hoppers, 2 buckets of water, some shears, 2 stone pressure plates, 10 stone slabs, or at least I'm using stone slabs. You can use any type of slab that you want. 2 chests, 130 building blocks of your choice, and up to 30 vines. Now, since this is a vine farm, you can, of course, start with less and just work your way up to it, but 30 is the optimum amount to start with. And to do the little addition at the end, which I highly recommend you do, is just going to cost you an extra dispenser, 2 more hoppers, and 2 more pieces of redstone dust. So it's not really an expensive build all around. So to start this build, we're going to come in 2 blocks here on our longest side, and we're going to build a wall that is going 2 high all the way across. And there we go. And then we are also going to break a hole in it right here and right here. That is important for our redstone components. We're going to come around to this side and we're going to extend this corner over 1. And then we're going to come in here and bring the 2 high wall all the way down to right here. Bring this wall now all the way down to the other side except for the last block, so we're going to go right there. Oh, don't need that one. And then we're going to bring this all the way down here and connect it up like that and just put this little extra thing here so it is symmetrical on both sides. So you should have it looking like this. The only difference is this spot here is 2 in instead of 1. We're then going to come in here and build a single row all the way across just to cap that off like that. And then we're going to want to come and bring this up 2, as well as this one. And we're going to alternate over. So we'll skip 1, bring this up 2, skip 1, bring this up 2. Same thing on this side. Skip 1, bring this up 2. Skip 1, bring it up 2. And then we're going to connect them. These are going to be the arches that the vines are growing from. The last archway right here is positioned in such a way that when you are standing in this little channel, it is just at your reach, so you can get the maximum reach for your vines. Once we have these beams across, this is actually the entire structure itself already built, so it's a very easy thing to get going. Next, what we want to do is we want to take a dispenser and put it face up right here on this side, as well as right over here. And then we're going to take a pressure plate and put it right in front of each dispenser. So now what this is going to do is when we step on this pressure plate, it's going to activate this dispenser, which will push water out from the top when we put a bucket in there, which will have a flow carry us down this way until we step on this pressure plate, which is going to activate this bucket of water, which is going to push us down that way and vice versa. So what we need to do is hook it up to where when we step on one pressure plate, both dispensers are activated so we can alternate the water streams. And the best way to do that is going to be to grab our redstone dust, mine 2 blocks down here until we're right at the block underneath the pressure plate and put a line of dust in there. And that way when we step on the pressure plate, we can see that we get a brief redstone signal there. Very brief. I don't know if you saw it, so I'll try again. There we go. We're going to tuck it into this dispenser here, carry it down until we are right at this pressure plate, tuck it in there as well. And we're going to break down 2 blocks here and push it in like this until we are going into the block right underneath that dispenser. Now what we need to do is prime both of the dispensers with water, which I find easiest to do in survival mode. So we're going to take one water bucket and just place it directly into this dispenser, come over here, take our other water bucket and put the water on top, and then the empty bucket into the dispenser. This is having us set up all ready to alternate. Then this water is going to slowly push us onto this pressure plate, which when we step on it is going to activate this dispenser and deactivate this one. And it's going to just trade our water streams. And then we come over here, and it's just slowly going to push us onto this pressure plate. And then it's going to activate this dispenser and deactivate that one. And we're just going to continuously be trading. So now what you're going to want to do is come in here with your vines, and exactly like I've done on the first and third little columns here, or rows, you're going to just place vines on the front of them. And this is going to be exactly how they grow down and you harvest them. You don't want to place two here, because when you break one, the other breaks. And if you do that with shears, you're only going to end up getting the one. So you can potentially have 30 vines per harvest just with one pass. And look, we've already got some growing. So now we're going to come over here to the vine side, don't be like this. To the vine side, we're going to grab another bucket of water, another 2 buckets of water, and we're going to place a source in either of these corners. This is going to be pushing the vines down towards your collection system. You're going to take 2 hoppers to the center point here where these 2 sources meet, and you're going to break that and come along here to the other side and break it so you can see this water coming through. Put a double chest right there. Come on back over here. Place a hopper leading into the chest on either side, another hopper leading into that, and then another hopper leading into that. And this is going to be how you begin collecting your vines. So if we just take a stack of vines and just start tossing them about, we can see that the hoppers pick them up and push them right into our collection chest. And you can just cap this with one of your blocks right there if you are particularly picky about that. So now you're pretty much ready to just start collecting your vines. We missed one. Now you're pretty much ready to start collecting your vines. All you gotta do is grab some shears, hop in your water stream, and it's just gonna push you along. When these vines grow into your view and within reach, as you want to make sure you're completely pushed up against this wall, it will just start automatically harvesting as you hold down your key. There is, however, one more change that I highly suggest we make to this if you plan on using this AFK for an extended period of time. And that is going to be adding an automatic shear replacer. Because as you go through this and start collecting your vines, you will very quickly go through your single pair of shears. And in order to do it, we gotta pull our water real quick and make a brief quick change to our redstone. So in order to make this very simple change, all you gotta do is break these 3 blocks out, put a dispenser facing up right there, grab a hopper, shift click on the side of the dispenser to make sure the hopper's leading into it, and then come over here and do the same thing, shift click on the side, take your pressure plate, shift click on the hopper, not swift click, and then you are pretty much set up with your dispenser system. So now we can just put this stuff all back in here, grab some shears, and just fill up this little bar here. The dispenser will hold 9 sets. And then we just load them in there. So if we pull the water out of these dispensers and then go into survival, we can test this out. So we step on this pressure plate, new set of shears come out, let it reset, new set of shears come out, and if you have an empty space in your inventory, because your shears broke, it'll do that. Now, when you're AFKing, you're going to want to take something like stone and fill up every open spot in your inventory, and then let's say you do have a set of shears break on you. You step on this, and it's going to replace it, but if you don't have a set of shears break on you and you step on it, it's going to hop up and just, by the force of the water, be pushed back into these hoppers. I'll show you that. Just push it back into the hopper underneath there, or it'll hop into this one, depending on which way the water is going. There is one last change that we need to make real quick after doing this little hopper shear doodad. We want to take some stone slabs and put it across the top. You don't need to do this if you don't do that automatic shear dispenser, but if you do it, you want to make sure these are here, because there is a slight chance that the shears will pop up and over this wall. And they won't get wasted, they'll go into those hoppers, but they won't be ready to be sent through again. So just make sure you do that and you won't have any shear loss. And with that, your AFK vine farm is ready to go. So what you need to do, make sure you have your shears and your vines, just a set of vines in your inventory, so that if any vines do hop down right in front of you, you can collect them. take something like stone or dirt or whatever's a cheap block around you and just fill in every open spot in your inventory. That way you will only pick up the shears that'll go directly into the slot you have them in. Let's hop into survival and just let this push us along here. You will hop down to the hopper a little bit. Sometimes it'll just push you right back out. And you just hold down your key, you weight it down or whatever for what you're going to use, and you start going. What I usually do in this situation is I will go into my options and change my controls to where my attack destroy is alt, like left alt, and I'll just take a weight or something and press it down on the alt key. So that way it's automatically pressing it, and then when any vines do grow down in your view, they will just automatically be broken. Alright, well that is the AFK vine farm all completed and ready to go. You can come around here and check and see that everything has indeed been collecting vines just through our little test, and it's pretty well complete at this point. You can feel free to decorate it up as much as you like, throw some extra things in there, change up the design, make it look like an old ruined Indiana Jones style temple, but as of right now, this is good to go. Well, thank you everybody so much for watching this tutorial on how to build an AFK vine farm in Minecraft. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. This is the first video on my Minecraft channel, so if you want to see more and you have any ideas and preferences on redstone builds you want me to do, then make sure to put it in the comments and I will try to get to all of them. Thank you all again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. So oh, it's raining. Of course it's raining. Well, that was menacing.